I want to talk to you about rhythms today, but you'll need to pay attention if you want to follow along with the different rhythm. As a musician, rhythm is important, particularly if you're a drummer. My son Josiah is a phenomenal drummer. He isn't flashy or showy in the way that he plays, but his internal rhythm is always in the pocket or right on the beat. He's so steady that you don't even notice he's there, which is what makes him so good. Eventually, a great rhythm is happening so naturally, you don't even realize it's still there. Now, with another rhythm we're talking about, this isn't always good. Let's talk about that one that's going on in the background of your life that you're oblivious to its presence. I'm talking about an algorithm. Algorithms are an amazing thing. If you don't know what an algorithm is, a simple definition is a process or set of rules to be followed in calculations or other problem-solving operations, typically by a computer. But the one I want to focus on today, because of our vulnerability to be manipulated by it, is the social media algorithm. Like, do you ever wonder why one day you're talking or thinking about a natural hygiene product per se? Maybe you mention it to your wife in passing or your kids or your friends. And the next thing you know, you're on Instagram and there are all kinds of posts and stories from Dr. Squatch and Grove and Tom's popping up into your feed. How does a social media algorithm work? Well, in layman's terms, social networks prioritize which content a user sees in their feed first by the likelihood that they'll actually want to see it. The point is your social media feeds purposely give you more of what you want to see and will interact with to keep you engaged. And then it keeps doing it over and over and over again. This is fine if you're talking about products to buy or a vacation spot to consider, but it can be far more insidious if it's ideologies or even beliefs that have nothing to do with Jesus and the gospel. You probably know the saying, birds of a feather flock together. Well, if you notice that what is flocking to your feed or posts are all birds from the same feather, you can be pretty sure you are stuck in an algorithmic rut. Look at how many people agree with me. Look at how many positive comments I got on my rant. I knew I was right. Look at all these other posts that are just like mine that popped up into my feed. Let me assure you, nothing is just popping up into your feed like we are at the emotional mercy of the random chance of feed posts. Social media algorithms tell you what you want to hear, not what you need to hear. They feed into our insatiable desire to be right. They feed into our penchant towards the pride of life. They stroke our egos in such a way that we start to believe things about ourselves and others that are so far from the truth that we lose touch with reality. And worse, we lose the ability to see the imago Dei in the other people around us. This, my friends, is the shallow world of virtual vitriol, where we become newfound friends with strangers while letting our tempers heat up around the fire of offense. And our campfire songs that we sing in unison are full of lyrical animus, pride, and contempt. This is really more about the enemy wanting to put our life in a destructive rut than the ills of social media, honestly. But I do want you to see how the enemy works to make us believe the worst about one another till the rut becomes a rabbit hole we never get to the bottom of or never come back out of. And he certainly uses the social media algorithm to accomplish his plans for our lives. It is a rhythm that runs imperceptibly in the background that we no longer notice, but we continue to be in step with in our hearts, in our lives, and in our responses to other people. I want to propose there's a better rhythm to live by, one that is steady, always in the pocket, and always true. It is a rhythm of grace. Listen how Jesus makes us the offer to live this way in Matthew 11:28 through 30, the way Eugene Peterson paraphrases it in the Message. Come to me, get away with me, and you'll recover your life. I'll show you how to take a real rest. Walk with me and work with me. Watch how I do it. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace. In essence, there is an ease and enjoyment when we walk in the rhythm of God's grace. The ways we get into that groove, if you will, is the same as it's always been. Spend time in God's Word. Spend time with God's people. Spend time in prayer. Worship and service. Give generously, love unconditionally, forgive quickly, and you will find yourself living by grace, an almost imperceptible rhythm of your life that blesses others and glorifies God. What rhythm is dictating your life? Don't let it be an algorithm. Let me encourage you to let it be the amazing rhythm of the grace of God.